So find a nice easy seat, a nice warm mug to wrap the palms around. Bring some heat into the center of the hands. And even as we do this, sit as tall as you can, just like that imaginary wall behind you. See if you can just sit back against that wall, draw the shoulders back against the wall, the back of the head. And then set that mug aside. Just go ahead, bring the finger pads to the very back of the upper trapezius and just begin to feel into the shoulders and let the warmth of the palms kind of seep into the skin here. Just take a moment to arrive on the mat, arrive to this week. August, such a busy time. Everybody's back to school and football season starts and last minute travels and holidays and vacations. And just take the moment and let that all go. Nothing to do here but feel into your body. And with that, just maybe bringing the finger pads up and over the top of the shoulders, all the way to the collarbone, and take a couple taps there. And then return those fingers, and again, just wherever you feel a little bit of tightness, a little bit of tension, just work the finger pads in and use your breath to soften. And then we'll just lightly set the hands down onto the thighs. You can hands palms down or palms up. One is a gesture to receive and one is a little more grounding. So just depending on where you are today. Gentle movement through the neck. So again, keep the spine nice and long, and we're just going to take it to the right. So right ear to the right shoulder. Dropping the chin down towards the shoulder. Rolling that chin to the center of the chest, kind of tucking it into the throat. Left ear, left shoulder, the chin, left shoulder, and the head back to neutral. And we'll take it the opposite way. To the left ear, and then the chin. And then roll the chin to the chest, right ear, right shoulder, chin, right shoulder, and the head back to neutral. Taking it a little bit deeper, take the left fingertips out to the side, maybe rest them on the mat, just tented fingers. Lift the right arm up and just take the finger pads here to the temple on the left side. And then draw the ear gently down, beginning to expand maybe the space between the earlobe, the scalenes, and the top of the shoulder. Notice if you're holding your breath. See where you can soften this now. There's absolutely no pressure here. Walk those finger pads to the back of the head, and then draw that chin down, your gaze past the right outer hip, the chin down, and just feel where the stretch has moved. Take a couple of breaths there. And then gently use your hand, easy does it, head back to center. And we'll switch sides. So right fingertips come down, left arm extends up, draw it to the finger pads to the temple. And then gently use the weight of the hand and the arm to lengthen the side of the neck while at the same time you're dropping that right shoulder tip down. Keeping your sit bones grounded, your core engaged, your breath flowing here. Take 2 more. And then we'll walk those fingers to the back of the head. Draw that chin down towards that left shoulder. Allow the stretch to move into the back of the neck. Again, re-soften the shoulders here. Two more breaths. Last one, gently use the hand, bring the head back to neutral. Drop both fingers pads down now. Again, reestablish your seat. And then bring the fingers behind you, pressing away from your body, and just open up your chest and let your head just drop back into that upper trapezius, that little shelf. So you're opening up through the throat, through the collarbone, through the shoulders. 3 breaths. Maybe open the jaw, release the jawbone here. Maybe as you lean back, you take the bottom lip over the top lip. Find a little more space in the throat. And then nice and easy, let's bring the head up, sit back, walk the fingers, interlace at the lap. Draw the palms wide. Take in a full breath and lift the palms to the chest. On your exhale, we're going to round into the spine. Tuck that chin, press your palms away, and roll onto the tailbone just a bit as you scoop the belly in. Take the big breath as you rock back onto the sit bones. Lift the palms up towards the ceiling. And then slowly release those arms down. Interlace around the back or hold on to the wrist. Press the fist down and away. And again, another big opening through the front of the shoulders here. Slowly release. Change the crossing of your legs. Change the interlace of your palms so the other thumb is on top. We'll repeat that on the other side. Inhale, palms come to the chest. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, round it in, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift and expand. And exhale, slowly release. Hands around the back. Take the fist, send it away. And then slowly release. And let's roll over the knees, pad them up, coming into all fours. Make sure you have a little bit of room around you here. As you come onto your all fours, just a couple cat-cows to move with some breath here. So find your cat-cow this morning. Just roll through the spine. Feel the front of the body and the back of the body. And feel your breath. And then return to that neutral table. Walk the hands forward at the same time. We're going to leave those hips right back over the knees. And we're just going to bring some space into the soft tissue underneath the shoulders. So as the chest and the head come down towards the mat, stretch the fingers towards the front of your mat. Just open up now, big through the shoulders. You can do one arm at a time if that serves you. Switching it out if you are doing the one arm version. 2 more full breaths here. Release through those shoulders. Then we're going to drop onto the forearms. Send the legs back behind you, finding a Sphinx pose. So again, maybe the elbows underneath the shoulders, the fingers are spread nice and wide. Draw the chest forward, not up. See if you can expand through the back body, but at the same time, feel from your belly button to the sternum here. Gaze is straight down. One more breath. Nice and slow. Come on to your belly. Take the left arm out directly from the shoulders to the left. Come on to that left temple. Take your right fingertips in a push-up position by your face and just gently roll onto the side body. So here again, this is a big opener for the front of the shoulders. You can adjust the intensity by where you place that left arm. So if the hand is slightly on a diagonal towards the hip, it's less intense. If it's directly out in a T or even diagonal to the top towards the mat, that's much more intense. So find what you need here and take the top leg, bend it, and just set it off to the opposite side of the left leg. And just pause here. So I get 2 for 1. If the knee is pointing up towards the ceiling, you're getting some action in the glute. Just squeeze it in. As you press into the finger pads of the right hand, rolling more onto the side body, notice what's happening in that left shoulder. And if your breath is fluid and flowing and you want to take a half bind here, bring the top arm around the back. Use that to help open up the right shoulder. A lot going on in this pose. Notice your breath. That's your teacher. If you have the bind, release the bind, bring the fingertips on the right hand, again, right outside the face, so that you can roll onto your belly. Legs go long. We're going to take a counter stretch now. So the left arm's going to come down beside the body. Take a bend, bring the back of the hand to the middle of the back, and just allow that elbow to drop and fall. A little counter stretch. Forehead can be resting on your mat or your towel. Take another breath. And then release that. We'll move to the other side. So this time, watch your coffee cup or whatever you might have around you. This time, the right arm will extend out to the right. And again, any degree. So you judge the intensity here. The left fingertips are in push-up position. Press your way over onto the right side body. Pause there first. Take a bend into that top leg. Place the foot behind the bottom leg. And just pause. So here we make the adjustment. Is my arm, is it too intense? Can I make this open any easier? Good. One more breath. Again, maybe a squeeze through that glute. And a half bind if you did it on the other side. Just drop in here and notice what you notice. One more deep breath. And then we'll release that bind if you have it. Bring the left fingertips again to that push-up position right by the face. Allow yourself to roll gently onto your belly. Take the counter stretch, right arm comes alongside the body, bend the elbow, bring the back of the hand up as far as you can to the back body, and let the elbow just fall down. Two more breaths. Very gently release that. Let's make our way back to that Sphinx position one more time. Spread the fingers wide, draw the chest forward. Version of the thread the needle here. Walk the left fingertips forward so you can slide the right arm underneath you. Head can again rest on a block, pillow, or blanket. So stretching the right fingertips as far to the left as you can. Settle the weight here, opening up the back of the shoulder. And just let the weight sink in. Drawing in one more breath before we move. Press into the left hand so that you can remove that right arm. Take it all the way over to the other side. So left arm just comes underneath the body over towards the right. Reach through those fingers. Settle the weight down now. Just begin that opening through the back of the left shoulder. Again, shimmy the hips. See if you're clenching anywhere. Just let the weight drop here. Good. One more breath. And nice and easy, just press your way right back to that Sphinx pose. Last one. Again, shimmy out the hips, reach the chest forward. This time, let the head drop down. Just the weight of the head. Bring some length into the back of the neck. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And as you do that, notice how the top of the shoulders draw back. So shoulder blades back and down. This way you can really feel it. Head's heavy. Bringing the head back up to neutral. Let's press into our hands, come to all fours, flow it out, a couple cat and cows. Again, move through the spine any way that feels good. And then bring the knees together, untuck the toes, sit the hips back. Walk the hands forward, find an extended child's pose first. Again, the ribs sinking onto the thighs. The head doesn't have to hit the mat. Stretch out. And then bend the elbows. So bring your hands to prayer, blade edge of the hand on the mat. We're going to bend into the elbow. We're going to bring the prayer over our head. Thumbs resting in the back of the neck. Walk the elbows forward just a bit. The stretch into the triceps, and the lats here. And then let the body sink. Get heavy. And this is where we'll close the practice this morning. Take in another couple deep breaths. We'll look for Sherry tomorrow, sharing her energy medicine yoga. So we'll see you on the mat in the morning. Namaste.